Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and in today's video I'm going to be going through a fairly sizable amount of coins and a bar that come in today. I think I spent around 10 grand all in all. There was one trade, there was 3 purchases, and yeah, let's get into it. So about a week ago, maybe slightly longer, there was a gentleman and he messages me about a pawnbroker that had just put up some double eagles. This was the only MS65 in there. This came in at 2160 all in all. Sorry, MS65 plus. The rest of them were MS65. Now this, I believe, is worth around 2.5 in pounds. If anyone's watching from the States, I don't know what it's worth in the States. It's not going to be the same. It originally come from Stacks Bowers. Fantastic example. So I'm probably going to list this and then I'm going to hope it doesn't sell. And if it doesn't sell, I'll be quite happy to add this one from my collection. It's not exactly a rare date, but it is a no motto. So yeah, very happy with this. Very kind of the gentleman to send it my way. Let's get on to the next one. Yeah, I do like that coin. I've always been a fan of pre-33. There was a trade, so there was a gentleman who wanted a half memorial. I had one that was boxed. I just traded it for cost, really. Didn't make a profit, but it gives me liquidity. So there's 3 Britannias and there is a ducat. Speaking of which, one of my old-time peers, colleagues, he messaged me earlier. He's got a couple of ducats, however you want to pronounce it, that's fine. I'm not gatekeeping names. I think that's a bit not good. Cheeky plug out to Atkinson's. Yeah, great dealership. So you won't go wrong with them. And if you do, they will put it right for you. Very good business. And the 3 bits are just standard bullion. So I'm going to be selling these. If I recoup my money, I'm happy with that. It's gotten me out of a position that I've had for a while and I simply couldn't move it on, which is okay. It happens. I felt sorry for the guy I bought it from because I originally sold this when it came out. So I charged him, I think I sold it at cost. I'm pretty sure I sold it at cost when I sold it to him because he'd done me a favour elsewhere, but I can't recall. He lost on that. It happens. There was a 10-ounce Monaco Precious Metals. These have got a good following in the UK. They make a 10th ounce Tooth Fairy coin, silver round. They are very popular. They're like £6. I'd say about £6 a round. That's the going rate. There was, so this guy, actually, let's talk about his story because I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So I've been dealing with him prior. That was the gentleman, we didn't speak for maybe 4 or 5 years. This is the final batch of the 3 he sent me. I didn't even know he had these. And I said to him, I was like, can I ask what you spend it on? Is that private? And he went, I've got tickets for the English and Irish Rugby Lions tour in Australia. And I thought, absolutely fantastic. I think that's an experience he'll remember for the rest of his life. Will he remember these for the rest of his life? Probably not, no. So if you ever get offered the opportunity to do something fantastic like that, then go ahead and do it. So there was this. There was a couple of 10-ounce QBs. He actually pushed me on price on these, so I offered him a price and he said, oh, I think you're a bit light on that. And I went, okay, let's do some more digging on it. And yeah, I came back and he wanted more money. I thought, yeah, that's a fair price, mate, to be honest. I hadn't realised they'd shot up in price, but there was enough for it to be risk off and for him to get what he was after on it. So yeah, I was happy with that. So he had 30 ounces of silver. I've had a fair amount of silver come in of late, and he had a 1 ounce Brit. So fantastic. 2021 wavy lined. These are quite popular, the wavy lined Queen Elizabeth ones. Some people don't like the King Charles. I had to think for a second then. I don't know why. So there was those 4 bits. And the last thing I'll show you is a 4 coin set. This is going off for grading. I have a considerable amount of things to go for grading. I've probably got about 10k worth of coins to send to grading. So that's always a hard one for me because I've got to balance the books. This guy looked after his stuff. We were talking about this. He's originally a Welshman, but he ended up moving close to me, so he drove up. But I've dealt with him over many years, so I don't mind meeting clients that I've got quite a good rapport with. And he just went, yeah, I'll come up. We ended up talking about local football, and he invited me to a non-league football if I was ever in the area. And I might take him up on the offer. I quite like my football. I'm not saying these will get 70s. Don't know. It's always a dice roll. I'd love to have a 70 in the quintuple, but we shall see. I think if I didn't grade it and I broke this down, I think the set's probably worth about 10% margin to me. I think I'll grade it and I'll take the risk on it. I think that's a mark on capsule there. But yeah, he really looked after it. Really interesting guy, actually. He works in the music industry, doing bits and bobs all over. Right, let's have a look. But yeah, I'll just send all these to grading. I'm not going to cherry pick them because the last set I sent a 2002 set in before. Do I have them on the side? No, I don't. I put them somewhere. And they weren't great, and I got a straight flush, as you know. If these all got 69, there is something in it for me. But if they get 70s, there's going to be a fair amount more. But I don't know how long the coins are going to be off. That's the problem these days. I was looking back. That 1817 I sent in, I thought they were like 6 months, but they weren't. Some were 3 months, some I think were 5 months. Hopefully they've gotten on top of it. I think waiting 4 or 5 months to get coins back it's troublesome, especially if you're a business. The cash flow side of things it can get on top of you. So yeah, I've got another 2 orders lined up. I've got the Glasgow guy, which I can settle. I've got Bob's order, which I can kind of settle. He doesn't have much though. He's got a 15 gram panda, a couple of ducats, a couple of tenths. It's going to be a good lot. There's a really healthy pipeline. There's no auctions I'm attending this month, so if I can work through what I've got, I think it's going to be a good month. I'm going to try and hold on to some of the better stuff until February. If I can do that and still maintain the targets, I think overall I'm doing very well. If I can maintain that standard between January and February, I think that's a monumental effort, considering I'm not even going to trade the rest of the year anyway. 2 of the tougher months, I think that's job well done. And if I can walk into the stamps and manage to move them, fantastic. From the price rise, by the way. So yeah, what do you guys think? I've rambled on a bit today. I have talked a lot. There was a gentleman the other day and he said I talk too much. I was like, yeah, fair comment. I do talk a fair amount. Some people like that and some people don't. But I think for me, if I'm going to pick a favourite, hands down, I know what it is. So it's all for sale within reason. But the 1908 is definitely the one that I think I would pick if I had the choice, and it came in at a fantastic price. So they've actually subsequently put the prices up, by the way. Anyway, I won't ramble on anymore. I will long it out to 10 minutes, but I'm just going to showcase some more coins rather than talk. Shame about the cap.